Hi, welcome to my card and a cuppa on YouTube from now on. My name is Denise McCabe and I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator in Australia on the New South Wales Central Coast. So welcome. Today I'm going to use some products that are on the last chance products list. So there's a whole lot of things that have gone over to the last chance products from the annual catalogue and the mini catalogue. So make sure you don't miss out on a bargain. Make sure you jump over there and have a look. So let me go down to the craft desk. I think I'm a minute early, so I hope some people jump on. Oh, hi Lynn. I've got someone, yay! I thought I was just going to be talking to myself. So yeah, I'm going to use some things from the last chance products list. How are you, Lynn? I hope you're well. So let's go down to the craft desk and we can get started. Okay, so I have a few things here. So I am going to play with things that are on the last chance products list that are quite heavily reduced. So this beach day bundle, the stamp sets down to $28 and the dies are down to $42. So this was in the annual catalogue. I think it's been around for a couple of years, so it is reduced. The stamps are normally $35 and they're down to $28. The dies are normally $60 and they're down to $42. So you get a whole lot of dies. I used this a lot when it first came out. I did card classes with it and I just really loved it because I love anything to do with the beach and I love this stamp set. So I'm a little bit sad it's going, but I must admit I haven't played with it for a long time. You've got a little seagull, you've got a beach umbrella. It's really good. It's got some lovely sentiments. So it is a nice stamp set. So we're going to use that. Hi Susie D, how are you? I'll move that to one side for a minute. I'm not using these, but I thought I would let you know the Countryside Corners dies are on the last chance product list. You've done some shopping, have you, Lynn? I know, some of the bargains are just amazing. Now, these dies were $49. They're down to $39.20, and they are going. So once they've gone from the last chance product list, they've retired. The reason why I'm showing you that is that I am going to use this Countryside Inn Designer Series paper. It is also on the last chance product list, and it's down to $17.40. So it's normally, the DSP is normally $21.75, I think. So it's reduced $10 pretty much. So I am going to use that, but I'm not using these. But I thought I'd show you those because they did coordinate at one point. This paper is really lovely. If you want to make Easter cards, there's some paper here that's got bunnies on it. There is also papers with trees. Just like nice trees and lots of floral designs and birds, and I think there's a piece with foxes, yeah, little foxes. So it's really beautiful, and it does have balmy blue, boho blue, misty moonlight and night of navy in it. So I don't know whether it's retiring because boho blue is going, because there are other papers that aren't retiring and that's got boho blue in it too. So, but it's really lovely paper. So that's what we're using today. I'll put that over there. That can go over there. And we might as well just get started now. I'm keeping this card quite simple because card and a cuppas I try to keep simple. Makeup Mondays can get complicated, like last week's Monday, last Monday's Makeup Monday. That was a very involved fun fold card. Hi Marilyn, how are you? Hi Elizabeth, thanks for hopping on. So we've just got balmy blue card base. I'm just going to fold that up. Let's store it. We've got a matting piece of night of navy, 10 centimeters by 14.4. We've got a piece of that Countryside Inn Designer Series paper. I'm using this stripy one, not the floral part. That's 9.5 by 13.9. I've got another strip with the birds on the back, 4 centimeters by 13.9. And then I've got two little pieces, 8 centimeters by 7 centimeters in balmy blue and 7.5 by 6.5 in basic white. And I've just got a scrap that I got out of my scrap box for the sentiment. So it's, as I said, it's going to be quite a simple card today, because that's what card and a cuppa should be, catering for the beginner stamper. So we're just going to get our surfboard on our block. And if you want to take a screenshot, this is a really good sketch. If you wanted to take a note of the dimensions, you could use this sort of sketch for this layout for any sort of card. So I think that's long enough. So I'll just move those ones aside. I'll take these dimensions off and we'll put them all together. And where are we? I'll put this piece of designer series paper onto my Night of Navy matting piece. Oh, that'd be right. I probably need a new glue pot. Tell you what, I go through that glue so quickly. So this is just quite an easy design, and as I said, you could use it for any kind of card. And then I'm going to put this down the middle like so. And I think that's exactly where I want it to go. So I'll cover up the birds, much to my horror. So I didn't go live last Wednesday. I don't even know what day it is, because I was at work. So that's why I didn't go live last week. But I am here today. Thank goodness. I'm going to move that over so it's sort of centered. I'm just eyeballing it, centering it. If you want, you can measure it, but I just sort of fake it till I make it. Okay, that's our matting piece done. I'll just shimmy that down a little bit. Okay, and then this piece is going to go here, and that's tying in with the card base, so that's why I've used the balmy blue. I felt a Night of Navy matting piece was a bit too dark, so that's why I went with the colour of the card base. What did you just order for of Elizabeth? I'm curious. So yeah, so that's why I went with the balmy blue, because I think that's for the glue. I just worked it out. Don't worry about me. I'm still a bit brain dead after working full time, because that really knocked my socks off. Yeah, I realised what you meant. I know, I go through it so quickly, it's just ridiculous. Okay, so I am going to get my black memento. You all know I've put my black memento onto a basic white ink pad. So the basic white ink pads come uninked, and they come with a re-inker. So I really don't like the black memento, the way it comes. I find I never get a very good stamped image with it. It's a felt pad, and I just find I don't get on with it. So I saw this idea from a demonstrator in America. She bought the basic white ink pad. So this ink pad comes uninked, and I just used the black memento re-inker, wherever that is. Let me just see if I can find that. Can't find it quickly, but I used the black, maybe it's up here. Let me have a look. Is that it? Yeah, I just used the black memento on the uninked ink pad, and I inked up this one, and I really like it. It's just like our other ink pads. It's a foam ink pad, and I really like it. And all my black memento stamping is now happy. And so am I. So if you want to do that, I can highly recommend doing it, because as I said, the felting pad I don't get on with. I don't need that. That would go over there. Okay, so this is my black memento, so that's why I've got a little label on it, in case you're thinking I'm gone completely mad. So I'm inking up the surfboard, and I'm going to stamp one up this end, and I'm going to stamp one down this end, So I went for a walk over at the beach this morning, so I thought I'd do a beachy type card today, and then I'm going to put one in the middle. And I find if I stamp one on each end and then do the middle one, my spacing isn't too bad. So I wouldn't say it's perfect, but it's not too bad. So if I try to go along, it's never any good. So yeah, I did go for a walk. Rosie was having a groom at the groomers, and I dropped her off very early, and I decided to keep going over to the beach and get a nice coffee, and then I walked along the foreshore of the beach and the little walkway around the rocks over the water, and that was very nice, very enjoyable. Now I am going to get my blends out and colour these. So this is where my colour will come in. I've got Daffodil Delight. I thought I might make one of them Daffodil Delight. And this isn't hard colouring. I'm not going to do any blending. I'm just going to colour. Because, you know, I've never owned a surfboard, so I don't really know how fancy they can be. So I had a lovely walk. And Rosie doesn't know that's what I did, so that's good. I think she was lulled into a false sense of security, thinking we were going to go for a walk at the beach together. And then I deviated and went to the groomer. I did tell her I wasn't trying to trick her. Okay, so that's one of our surfboards. Now I think one of them should be balmy blue to tie in with the blues of the card. So I think we'll do one balmy blue, maybe the center one. And I'm just going to colour this in. So yeah, make sure you have a look on the Last Chance product list. There's a lot of bargains. Some things are up to 60% off. And I've just gone through my shelves that holds all my stamp sets and worked out what's on the Last Chance list, what's actually retired now. Like I had the Magnolia one hanging around because I think the stamp set had sold out but the dies hadn't, but now it's all sold out, so I can actually on sell that now. So if you type the item number into the search bar on the Stampin' Up website, that will tell you what, if it's there. If you type the item number in and it comes up with, like, I don't know what actually it says, but it's not available or no stock with this number or something like that, that means it's gone. Okay, so now what will we do for our last colour surfboard? I could do like a hot pink one, or I could, yeah, maybe. Yeah, let's do hot pink. That's quite out of character for me. So dark melon mambo. So yeah. So I've sorted all my stamps out, worked out what's actually now retired, what's on the Last Chance product list, because I can keep using them whilst they're still there. But once they are gone, they are retired. So sometimes it's a bit tricky to try and keep up at the moment, up with things now with all the online exclusives coming on, and I've also gone and put stickers on the ones that are online exclusives so I don't get mixed up because I can get mixed up. Okay, so that's just our little surfboards. I think they look very simple card, this one, and I'm going to mount this onto, and that's quite normal for your blends to bleed through your cardstock, so that's quite normal. I'm going to mount this onto my blue, and then I'll put that up on dimensionals. As I said, it's a very simple card. I think after Monday's card, I decided I've got to go simple. Nobody said in the comments of my Monday video whether I was crazy doing that card as in a class. Maybe you were too polite to say I am actually crazy. Maybe. Okay, so that's on. Now let's put this onto our card base. I'm sure there's glue left in this. It's not looking promising. So I'm now designing classes for, and my launch. I'm going to have a launch on the 3rd of May. So if anybody lives local and would like to come along, I'd be happy to have you. Just let me know so I can have a kit made up for you. Okay, so we're going to pop that there on dimensionals. Now I'm just using the edges of my dimensionals. Yes, so I've got a launch. I figured, you know, the 3rd of May, we all know what's going to happen, what day that is. I've got to go to the polling booths, although I do hate going to the polling booth, and I have got myself a postal vote because I hate going. They can never get my name right. They can find my husband. They can find our, well, not our daughter now because she's changed her name, but because we're a Mac name, but we're an M-A-C-C-A-B-E name, you bought masks for a bargain price. Good on you. The Macs and the Mooks are all mixed together. So it's just a nightmare when they try to find our name at the polling booth, and I must admit I get a bit cranky. So I get a postal vote. Now, did I get that on straight? Let me look. No, I think that's slightly crooked. Let's just pull that off before it adheres too well. See, I was talking about the election day and got annoyed. And I'm just going to twist it up a little bit. I think that's right. Yeah, that's better, I think. Yeah. My husband loves going because he loves getting a sausage sizzle, but no, I don't. There we go. That's good. I'm happy with that. Pretty sure that's straight. And now this is just a scrap, as I said, from my scrapbooks. And I am going to... Oh, I didn't know that, Marilyn. Wow. I know a lot of people put it into some other glue gun, but I think that's for people who have arthritis in their hands, and it comes out like really fine. But I don't have a problem with this glue. And you do know Tombow has two ends. It's got like a fat end or a thick end for it, and then the fine tip up, the finer tip end. But yeah, larger one, that'd be good. I'll have to Google that. Okay, so I'm going to do my sentiment in Night of Navy rather than the black. I think I'd prefer Night of Navy. And I'm going to do it do this one, wishing you a beautiful day. And then inside I can put happy birthday. Sending sunshine your way is also nice. It's just such a nice little stamp set. And I do love the Lifesavers, what do you call this thing? The Surf Lifesavers hut. I do love that. You don't even have to stamp it. You can just die cut it. There's so many dies in this one. It's a really good one. You always do early voting, like early voting as in a postal vote. Yeah. I mean, you know, I won't get political, but none of them are any good, I don't reckon. But I won't get political. So this is wishing you a beautiful day. And I'm going to just stamp this straight here. I'll move it over a bit in case I decide to flag the ends or do some sort of funny thing at the end of the... I'll close that up before I get into more mess, and I'll grab an insert in case I want to do something inside. Okay, now I could, so I've put that on, yes, I could just put that across there and snip it at an angle, or I could fussy cut around it. Just wondering what I should do. Maybe I'll do it, just snip it at an angle because we've got lots of straight lines. I think that's, I know that angle's not a straight line. Well, it is a straight line, but you know, it's not up and down straight. But it sort of goes, if I fussy cut around it, that's sort of making it a bit, you know, curvy and wobbly. Michelle from Snazzy Scrapping sells it. Oh. I'll have to have a look at that. Okay, now I'm going to pop this. I don't think I want to put ink around the edges. I'm thinking I'm keeping this quite clean and simple. So, oh, sorry, the lady next door has just decided to either do something in her courtyard and is now banging, or she's got a work person in. She's been doing all sorts of things, and yeah, I mean, good luck to her, but it's not convenient when I go live. Hello, Margaret. How are you? I hope you're doing well. I know I'm enjoying this slightly cooler weather. Sorry about the banging, I can't help that. I really have no luck when I go live with noises around me. But anyway, we won't get upset. So I'm just going to pop that across here. I hope I got that straight. I'm looking at the screen. There we go. So that's that. And let me see what I can do on the inside of my card. I don't want to do another surfboard. What could I do? Like, how simple was that card? And yet it looks really quite good. It looks, I do think it needs a bit of bling. And it kind of is lending itself to a masculine card, even though we did this surfboard as Melon Mambo. It's kind of lending itself to a masculine card. What can I put inside? I could put some little sand castles down the bottom here. If I did that, that has to be in crumb cake. I can't do that in, where's my crumb cake? There it is. I can't do that in Night of Navy because that just seems wrong. So let me just, sandcastles are very tiny. If I can even find them, here they are. This one. So because I love the beach is the reason why I got this set originally, and you know, I don't want to hang on to everything, but I really do like it. But you know, I guess I can't hang on to everything, but I really would like to. I'm going to do 2 lots of sandcastles because I want to. So that's actually, I'm going to do a row. I have a whole lot of little sandcastles. This one can fall off. And then this one down here. You're just going to type sandcastles, were you? Thank you. I'm glad we're on the same page. I think that's cute. So, yeah, but that's why I originally got it, because I do love the beach and the ocean. It's my happy place along with my craft room and Rosie. Yeah, it's just a calming place, the ocean, I think. Well, they're not when it's, you know, ripping up a storm, but but it is a calming place. Okay, so I'm going to put the happy birthday on my block. And normally I put my sentiment down the bottom, but this time I'm just going to go normal and put it in the middle. Oh, this stamp's a bit dirty. It's sort of hanging off my block. I hope it doesn't fall off. Oh, it's very dodgy. It fell off. Goodness me, let me just see if I can clean that up. So when your photopolymer stamps get a bit dirty and grimy on the back, they don't stick to your block like so. And you just have to wash them with some hand soap under the tap, pat them dry with a paper towel or a hand towel, and you're right. Now what will I do? I'm going to do something I don't like doing, but I'll do it anyway. And well, it didn't work. So it's not even picking up a glue dot. There we go. And it's because I haven't used this set for so long, I didn't realise that it was in need of a little bit of TLC. Oh man, it's not even picking up a glue dot. That's how grimy it is. Okay, let's see if I can do a bit of doctoring here. Okay, that looks better. So I'm just going to put this in the middle. There we go. So pop that over there. So that's what they're down to. Such a lovely set, and as I said, there are so many dies. I don't even, I'm not going to count, but there are so many. And you've got a surfboard die, you've got the surf life-saving hut die, you've got a palm tree, shells, the beach umbrella, the sand castles, the seagulls. There's so many things. It's really cool. Oh, come on, I've nearly finished, glue pot. Thank you. Okay. Well, don't put it upside down. That's not going to be good. Now, I do want to put bling on it. And now this is sort of looking more masculine than a girly card. So I don't want to do anything too sparkly. So let's get my tin down and put the antique pearls away. Did everybody notice that the Storybook Moments one, like the Peter Rabbit set, is not on the last chance product list, and it has 3 of the retiring in colours in the paper. I think that's very fascinating. There's a lot of colours in the paper, but I think that's very interesting. Okay, so earth tone gems. Well, it's not really earth, it's the ocean. Let me just, I'm thinking like, what am I thinking? Metallic, no, I don't want that. Basic rhinestones, no. Flat, no. Coffee swirl dots, well, they're probably gone now, because the Latte Love is completely gone. I did notice that. Oh, I don't want to do grey. You know what, I really want to go to retired bling and use something from there, but I shouldn't do that. Now these are going, these hearts, they've only been around for a minute. I was quite gobsmacked. Oh, that's a bit girly. You know what, I'm going to get my retired books out. I mean, it's still Stampin' Up, but they have got, this is an old retired box. Look at them all. But there is something in here that would probably work really well. And what's this? There's some blue ones there, but I don't think they're the right blue. Look, they're boho blue. They would work, and they're not too sort of girly. There's one hanging off the edge there. Oh, that's lost its stick, really. Okay, let's get rid of the retired box. Look, there's boho blue. See, that doesn't matter. I'll put one up here, because there's boho blue in the paper. One here, and maybe one down here. So, shh, don't tell anybody I use retired stuff. But let's face it, we all have a lot of it. I could have coloured some, Marilyn. I didn't think of that. Yeah, I just told you my brain's still mush from having to work in a very, very stressful environment the last few weeks, a couple of weeks or week and a half. So that's our card today, using the Beach Day bundle. It's on the last chance product list, and Countryside Inn Designer Series paper, also on the last chance product list. How simple is that card? Really easy, and we've got some little sand castles going across the bottom. And happy birthday. So how about that? Yeah, it's thanks, Elizabeth. It's a super simple card, but sometimes simple is what we need. So let me just go back. Where's my mouse? Here it is. So there we go. So I've got my Rosie shirt on today. So I actually did take her for a walk when I went walking. But not really, because she was at the groomers. But that's our card for today. A nice simple card. And you could use that layout for anything. You know, this could be a flower. This could be, I don't know, whatever you've got in your stash. You could stamp that here. Put your sentiment across here. But use the design layout for any kind of card. So thank you so much for watching today. I hope you have a great rest of the weekend. I'm working the next 2 days, but they're just my normal days. Thank goodness for that. And it'll be interesting to see. So I'll explain why work was pretty stressful, apart from the fact that it's very full on and a very, very busy specialist practice. They have just changed over to a new software program. And they were promised the world with the software program, and it's not doing everything they thought it would do. So I've been using this new software program now for what, 6, 7, 8 weeks, and they're thinking that they're going to go back to the old one. And that's just going to blow my head apart because I've tried to forget the old one and adapt to the new one. So I don't know if I can manage that, but anyway, that's my problem, not yours. So have a great rest of the week, and I will see you next Monday for Makeup Monday. Stay well, stay safe, and be happy. Bye for now.